And welcome back. A little bit of a change of pace here in Juarez, Mexico. We have made it to the sixth and final P Day of my third and probably last transfer in Mariano Escobedo. But who's to say? I had 4 in Ascension, so it's very possible. And I'm not trying to judge the revelation of president, but change is good. I'm ready to leave. P Day's wrapping up here, so I'll keep this quick. I don't want to take all your time, but me and Elder Feats have had a little bit of successes here in Mariano, here in the mountain town of Juarez. So I just want to share a couple of experiences. First and foremost was the 4th of July. And, I would have never, ever guessed that 4th of July could have been so awesome here in Mexico. But we had a friend that was progressing that was named Edward. And he came to church a couple times, and we think he was liking it. He was making changes in his life, but we couldn't convince him about baptism. We couldn't get him on a date. And we were just wondering how we're gonna get him. And his name's Edward because he was born in California, in the United States, baby. And the thing that we finally got him on was inspiring him to get baptized on the 4th of July, to do it for his country, man. Edward's kind of funny like that. So I came up to him. My comp shared the message, and I was just, all right, Eddie, are you gonna be baptized this Sunday or next Saturday on the 4th of July? Stayed there and thought about it a little bit. I think 4 de Julio. Sí, estaría bien. Let's do it. So we put him on a date, and I had everything planned out. We were a little bit worried that he wasn't going to show up for his baptism, but 6:45, he came up walking. He had his white shirt, button-up, tie, and everything. I don't know where he got it, but we were absolutely hyped. Had an awesome 4th of July. I made hot dogs. I thought I was really doing it for me. My own little joke. We had a barbecue at the baptism. I don't know if anyone else thought it was funny, but that's all I needed. And, even a year ago when I got my mission call, I knew I would be right on the frontera, right on the border, and be able to see into the United States watching fireworks. Then I got here, I'm like, that probably won't happen. But Mariano's a little elevated. We're up in the mountains. So we were able to subir. We got up on the roof in our apartment. We just watched fireworks all night there in El Paso. And it couldn't have been a better 4th of July for Mexican standards. So that was a great experience. Our other awesome experience was the opportunity to take our friend Jorge to the temple. Jorge was baptized about a month ago. I mentioned him in my last message. And he's just so prepared and so ready. So each and every day he shows up to church, and he's always ready. It was awesome. He had the opportunity to pass the sacrament the first Sunday after his baptism, just like 3 days after. And we're just like, awesome, we got to get this guy to the temple. And we're like, I'm excited to take him to the temple for the very first time. And Jorge's so dedicated, and the members are good here. And our ward mission leader took Jorge to the temple like 2 weeks before we even had the chance. So 2 weeks later, we got to go to the temple. We took the pictures and everything. It was an awesome experience. I know Jorge's a wonderful convert, and he's going to have a great foundation and progress in the church, which really just kind of shows you why we do it. And awesome experiences. To explain what we're doing here, today's our last P Day, and we have some awesome members that are named the Kennedys, because Hermana Kennedy and Hermano Kennedy, one of them, the hermano, is from California, but he married Hermana Kennedy here, and they've decked out their house with everything you could need. This is not a Juarez normal. This is my first alberca, my first pool that I've seen here, but we take what we can get. I'll be honest, I did dip my feet in there, but we're obedient missionaries, so the hair's dry. That's all we need. Hanging out at the pool, we had a carne asada. It was a good P Day, but it's closing up here, so just want to close off with a little bit of spiritual thought, and something that's really caught my attention in my studies this year, and just thinking about me as a person, is the times that we feel insufficient. It's something that I said a lot before my mission, was that I can never live up to that. I'm insufficient, and I had lots of conversations with this, like my parents, and thoughts about this, and I've come to the conclusion that we are insufficient. We can't do it on our own. But how great of a gift that we've been given by Christ, our Redeemer, and God, our Father, that we don't have to be sufficient, that we just have to do our best. In this occasion, I've been reading in 2 Nephi. I'm starting again. And I was really touched by the words of 2 Nephi 4. And Nephi feeling insufficient to do all of it. But the joy that he feels when he thinks of Christ, it brings back his setbacks, his misgivings and his vacancies, right? And I love the verse in 2 Nephi 4. Awake, my soul, no longer droop in sin. I love the idea of that in the song, Be Still My Soul. That even when we are insufficient, we have this grand gift that God has given us. Like Nephi explains here, we're going to be insufficient. And when we can really give ourselves up, we're going to have these blessings. I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ, and it's been an honor to serve here in Juarez. One more year.